welcome to the second episode of Get Wealthy, Stay Wealthy. So coming off our last call, again, it's all about the earnings. You see from Prof G here, Q1 earnings were up almost 14%, and Q2, Q3 are projected to increase into the 20s. So earnings have been fabulous. On my next call, we are going to cover earnings, how good earnings are versus valuation. So that'll be coming on our next episode. But the number one thing I want to get across this week to listeners is get ready for some more turbulence. We're already having more turbulence, but historically, midterm elections, as you can see in this chart, there is a 10 to 15% correction historically going into midterm elections. Now I'm going to come right back to this chart for the good news, but similar to the previous chart, except this is talking about new Fed governors. So every time we get a new Fed governor, as everyone knows, we have a new Fed governor coming on board, we also get a 10 to 15% correction. So coming into midterm elections and coming into a new Fed governor, both historically have had 10 to 15% corrections. The good news in the green on the far right of this chart is 1 year later, you see the S&P returns are in the 30s off the trough of these corrections, and that is not uncommon when corrections are due to political reasons. So another visual from Capital Group in the big red circle here, you see this increased spike in volatility in July, August, September, midterm election years. Those blue bars are volatility in the stock market, so you see this increase in spike in volatility. Now, don't get too nervous. Everyone's talking about the market making new highs. This is from Carson Group. Don't fear new highs. Again, we're going to talk about valuations in the stock market in the next call, but new highs in the stock market is not a bad thing. Again, historically, this chart shows the average 1, 3, 5 year returns from coming off of new highs is not that much different than any other time. So don't fear new highs. Expect more volatility for the rest of the year due to midterm election and a new Fed governor, but it's not the end of the world. Now I'm going to jump to a new topic. There's been a lot of press and a lot of fear about college students not getting jobs due to AI. I have a lot of reasons why I think that won't happen, but you can see how AI is already kicking in. The average number of applicants per entry-level job has jumped from 100 to 300 just with the ability of college students to blast out electronically using technology to every single job out there. But more importantly, from the Wall Street Journal, traditionally technology creates jobs. Yes, there is winners and losers, but overall technology creates jobs. And if you look at this from the Wall Street Journal, share of companies that say AI will increase or decrease entry-level hiring, you see that a grand total of 3% of companies are planning to significantly decrease hiring. Again, a grand total of 3% in 2025 did it, and a grand total of 2% are projected to do it in 2026, significantly decrease entry-level job hiring. So more than 50% of companies are planning to moderately or significantly increase job hiring. And I don't have the chart, but we have Torsten Stock has talked multiple times from Apollo about we have the most new companies being created in US history right now, most small businesses being created in US history right now. So the last thing I just want to mention, where's all your tax money go? There's a beautiful chart that breaks it down cleanly. As you can see, 50% of your money goes directly to income taxes. Another 34% goes to payroll taxes. So right off the top, 84% of your money is going to payroll taxes and income taxes. Only 1% is going to estate taxes. Believe it or not, corporate taxes are only 9%. But if we take 50% from individual taxes, 34% from payroll taxes, so 84% plus another 9%, 93% of your taxes, payroll taxes, income taxes, and corporate taxes. That's where the money goes. Okay, just remember, investing is a psychology game, not an IQ game. Expect more volatility for the reasons we talked about today, but don't panic. And we're going to talk in the next session about valuations in the market today. Have a good day.